to show you a great drill that you can do to increase your ankle mobility. Oftentimes, due to ankle sprains or other limitations, wearing shoes with heels or whatnot, we have limited movement in our ankle, and that can create issues up the chain or prevent optimal movement when we're doing things like squatting or running, leading to pain, injury, or decreased performance. So we want to make sure we have control at end range of motion so that we can get there comfortably and be able to access that range while we're doing our day-to-day activities or a sport. So we're going to start in what's called the combat position. If this is too aggressive for you, you can do this in a kneeling position as well and just hold on to something for balance. Oftentimes when I see people doing mobility exercises, they cheat through their hip or their knee. So we want to make sure we're nice and stacked and we're actually mobilizing in the position we want to be able to control. So we want good alignment. So we're going to start here with our foot on the floor, nice and spread with our toes, and finding a tripod position. So equal pressure on the base of the toe, base of the big toe, base of the little toe, and the heel, and having a little bit of an arch between our foot and the floor. And that's going to vary depending on your foot position or your individual shape. From here, we're going to just oscillate back and forth, so just rocking gently back and forth until we find end range. Once we find end range, then we're going to hold for about 20 seconds, and then we're going to work on contractions in each direction. So we're going to start by pushing our foot down into the floor, almost like a gas pedal, without letting the heel come up. So I want to use those muscles in the calf and foot to do the movement, not by just pushing down through my hip and quad. Okay, so the movement is like a gas pedal, but I want to keep that position, so I'm not going to let my heel come off the ground. So I'm going to push and hold for 10 seconds. And then from here, we're going to reverse the direction. So in order to control end range motion, we need to strengthen what we call the regressive angle, or the regressive tissue. And so we're going to work on pulling up the muscles through the shin to try and lift the foot up towards the shin, and at the same time try to drive that knee to the floor, bringing that shin closer to the foot. So we're trying to make this angle at the front of the ankle smaller. Okay, you'll feel that burning sensation at the front of the shin. From here, we're going to relax. I want you to stay in this position, but we're just going to oscillate a little bit. Get the blood flow going again, but try not to come out of end range. And then we're going to repeat that 3 times. So starting pushing down into the ground, so this is plantar flexion without drive, allowing that heel to come up. Hold for 10, and then reverse. So then we're going to increase dorsiflexion, so bringing the top of the foot towards the shin towards the top of the foot, trying to close that angle. And then just oscillate, staying at end range. You'll repeat one more time, and then you can start your oscillations a little bit bigger to come out of that